Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing somewhere.
So today, Sam and I are going into town to show you what it takes to buy the ingredients and cook on the boat and have a meal. So like when you're sitting at home and you think, I want meatloaf tonight, what it takes for us to make that happen. So, for instance, we know we need to do that, but first we have to have lunch. So it's all a part of the same thing, still related to eating. I hard-boiled eggs earlier when I made oatmeal for breakfast. So we're gonna make some egg salad for lunch. Then we're gonna go out and buy hamburger and all the other things that we would like for meatloaf. So we're also for dinner, I think our current plan, depending on what we can find in town, is to have roasted vegetables and mashed potatoes and meatloaf. That's our plan right now, at least. We'll see when we get into town. One of the tricks of cooking on a boat that I have found is you have to keep up with your dishes. You don't have enough space to not clean as you go. Serve it, deliver it, wash the dishes up, and get ready to go into town. We also have to go and pick up our laundry, which is another reality of boat life. Because when you're here, especially in another country like this, you either do it on the boat and you're paying for your water, or you have to send it out because there really isn't. Okay, so we will eat and then we will see you shortly. I'll take this. Just this. Trying to buy something, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. If it's something that I know I can use, because I can always put, I love avocados here. So unless I'm swimming in them and I'm not, then I don't mind doing that. They sell these little key limes here. They sell these little limes. They call them,
Limon?
I've heard them called local limes. My Spanish is horrible, so sometimes I just do what I can that might come across as correct. But they call them local limes, and they look like key limes to me. And they're so good, and I would like to can the juice. But I haven't been able to find them for the last few weeks. So they might be out of season. I think they're 12 limes for 200 pesos. Or they're 12 limes for 100 pesos. I don't remember which. But I've made key lime pie with them and they are amazing. So juicy. But he's not potatoes as a last shot.
This has been.
There's one or two other places I can go. Might not be able to do this meal if we can't get potatoes. Yes, they're right there. Mango, orange.
Potatoes look.
When you're picking up vegetables, Sam, you want to feel how soft they are. I've got a batata back at home, and I've got a yucca back at home too. That gives some stuff for it.
Yeah,
'Cause the pan's only so big,
Well,
anyways.
and this plus these will give me enough
And
variety.
you can have some of the potatoes, but not.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Yep.
Unless there's something else you want.
I can't think of anything else.
Okay. I have stuff in my bag. The other thing is we are always carrying our groceries. So I've got bananas in here that shouldn't get squished. I need to do this. It looks like we have enough produce now for roasted vegetables and mashed potatoes. So we can...
Yep.
Not exactly light though, is it? It's right by you. Or it's right by you. Yep, Bruce is down this way. I'm just gonna go grab her. Thank you.
La casa mía está de crema y de chocolate. Y la de Margarita.
You see here that you want to put
Nope.
in there.
GoPro stop recording.
Excellent. Gracias. Ground beef.
Ground beef. Today we have. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, you want the ground beef? Yeah, right. I don't want it beef because with the beef itself we run out of it. But we have the meat to make it to make ground beef.
Okay, well, but I just need like 2 pounds of ground beef. Would it be possible to do that today?
Yes.
How much would that be?
Let's see. 2 pounds of ground beef will be. Yes, they cook it up to make like the water flavored for soups and stuff.
Yeah. That's what I was
The
thinking.
broth.
Bone broth is the fancy word for it.
Oh yes.
Or stock, yeah.
It gets like a jelly.
Yes, which is very healthy.
If you want it, we have a lot.
Okay, I'm not ready to do it yet, but one of these days I will come in and get some then.
It is really affordable. You know, it's just like 40 pesos per pound. Or
Nice.
something like that.
Okay. Sam just got in the
I've had another cat today, Lila. Can you hear that? More than just that.
Careful.
It's almost 6 o'clock, by the way. So this is onions and the actual meat and Rotel. In addition, I'm going to be adding cumin, sugar, salt, pepper, Worcestershire sauce. Let's just do that. That looks good for Worcestershire sauce. Can I have a teaspoon or
Yes, you can.
table?
Teaspoon or tablespoon? There's a difference.
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon. Teaspoon, I would like to make a point. This is our can opener.
Oh,
It is a P38. This is one of the things that always needs to be used and then put away properly because this is very small and I would be very grumpy if this got misplaced, and it needs to be easily reachable. Also, since we've been back, I have cleaned some of the vegetables, successfully dropped an avocado, and I am peeling and slicing potatoes for mashed potatoes after the dishes from lunch were put away and the few dishes that we have for meal prep, like the pan for the meatloaf and the metal bowl right there. We just got everything out and ready because otherwise it's all exists below the counter where we are working. So if we forget something.
we have had experiences where our eggs have gone rotten without us knowing.
Not here though.
Not for a bit, yes, but here, yeah. So one of the tricks, because of that, and because of just how unpleasant rotten egg is to deal with, we put our eggs in another container while we are waiting to put them in.
Anything is possible. Okay.
So I'm gonna put a little bit of oats in here, and then I'm gonna ask if you can like start adding more oats.
If you need more oats, I will add you oats.
Oats, unfortunately, for a lot of stuff in meatloaf, there's recipes that have precise amounts, but I've found a lot of meatloaf is actually to texture. So when you're mixing it up, you add a little bit to it, as if you were adding flour to bread to knead it, but to the bottom to knead it. But you really need the right texture. If it's too wet, your meatloaf comes off dense and small.
Like when you need to knead bread.
Hilarious. And if it's too dry, it's both crumbly and dense.
Hey,
so
Steven.
sticks together a little bit, but it's not too wet that it's not too wet. So this is a little trick I learned, and to taste your meatloaf, you can cook a little tiny piece of it on the stove. That's the cleaned vegetables over there. Meatloaf, before it's done, should be around 160 degrees Fahrenheit on the inside. It should take about 45 minutes at 350 to get a meatloaf up to temperature. Roasted vegetables, as I make them, are a pretty simple meal. It is a meal that thrives on variety. For this specific one, I put yucca, a local vegetable, turnips, a local sweet potato, potatoes, and carrots. After I did that, I simply poured some rosemary olive oil in, garlic in there, I sprinkled some salt and pepper, and I put it in the oven. You want to cut the vegetables in such a way that they are all going to cook at around the same time. You don't want your potatoes to dissolve before your sweet potatoes are done. So your potatoes are usually cut the largest, while other things like sweet potatoes, or in this case, the yucca and the batata, are going to be cut smaller. Carrots are also among those that are generally cut smaller than other root vegetables. As a general rule, you need surprisingly few vegetables to fill a 9x13 tray. After that, you simply put on some aluminum foil and put it in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes.
I wish you all could be here and just smell the meatloaf. Unless you're a vegetarian, and then I don't know why you're watching this. That sounds mean. I don't mean it that way. It smells amazing though. Wait till
vegetables. It's normally a little warm for the vegetables, but they'll cook a little faster.
Yep. Okay, now I gotta clean up so I can make dessert. Yep. For dessert, we are going to be making chocolate avocado pudding, which is really good. They're done.
Now time to make mashed potatoes.
What? Now what?
Now we're making mashed potatoes.
Yep. Maybe, that's the goal.
Now she answers back.
The potato water, I save it and I cook it down and I make bread with it, and it is so good. Or you can make soups with it. I have lots of concoctions. I can't have quite as many here on a boat, but I have had traditionally lots of concoctions.
It's fine.
Of different types of liquids and oils in my refrigerator because they're good.
That's
Stephen doesn't question things. He doesn't take weird jars of stuff and throw it away. He knows better, right, Stephen?
Yep.
Because it might be something important. Like I heard a really scary story. Somebody was cleaning out the refrigerator and threw out the sourdough starter. My husband would never do that. Surprised she's still married. Just kidding. I would still love you, Stephen. It'll go more. It's just not done yet.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Needs more time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Did you poke at the Okay, we'll have to poke at the vegetables at some point in time too.
They're fine though, right? They're fine. Leave them be.
They'll survive for the moment.
They'll survive because I have to use these. Mantequilla. Salt. What's the word for salt? I should say it on here. Salt. Salt. y leche. And we smash it.
Yes, I do.
To send to Grandma and Grandpa on your phone, too.
Yes, of course.
Oh, look at that, Sammy.
Stuff. Anyway,
Okay.
that's dinner.
Now we're going to enjoy a lovely meal with our friends.
And this is the cat. The cat liked the meatloaf.